Welcome to this episode of The Path to Performance Excellence with mental performance coach Tommy Richardson.
Are you focused? Yeah, focus. Quite an interesting concept, and in sports psychology it's used continuously because people who are not focused most of the time don't have a very good performance. Let's just look at focus for just a few minutes. When we focus, or another word we use many times is concentrate on something, we're in the center of our activity. In the martial arts, we call it centering. That's when you are completely focused on your center, and really that's the middle of your body. That's your belly button, so to speak, that we learn to focus. That is so important for us in every performance that we take, that we become centered. I like to say we're in the present. Now, when you say in the present, what do you mean? Okay, it's simply this, that when I'm in the present, I am focused and concentrated on this moment, on this time, on this performance, on this shot, on this speech, on this sales presentation. I am in the present. Now, we could be other places, and that's what happens so often the time when we don't have a good performance. We could be in the past. Yeah, if we're in the past, we're thinking about what happened before. And a lot of the time, that is not a positive happening. And if it's not, if it's a negative experience we've had in that performance in the past, we have a tendency to take that negative into the present. And our focus and our concentration and our thoughts and are all about what did not go right. And if we step into that performance thinking about the past, beating ourselves up many times, being very critical of ourselves and thinking about that in the present, that is going to affect our performance in the present. We've got to immediately, as I call, cancel out that negative thought, and then we've got to get positive as we approach the present. Now, where else could we be? We could be in the future. We could be out here, okay? And if we're in the present, either hitting a golf ball or a baseball, or making a speech, or in front of the board, or whatever it might be where that present is very important, and we're thinking about the next thing that's going to happen, that next sale, that next shot or putt that I'm going to make, that next time up as a baseball player, if we're thinking out there, we can't be in the present and we can't have the performance that we need. So it's very critical as we look at focus to be able to do that. There are skills that we can learn that will really help us in that process. One of the skills that I teach when I work with individuals, either athletics or business, is look at your breathing. What is your breathing pattern? We know that when we're under tension and when we get uptight, we have a tendency to do shallow, quick breathing. And if we do that, we're not getting the oxygen. We're not getting the oxygen into our system, which affects our thinking. We're not getting the carbon dioxide out of our system, which is the poisons in our system. We just do not perform very well. So we need to do what we call diaphragmatic breathing or power breathing. It's simply deep breathing when we take in lots of good oxygen into our system, which affects our thinking, which helps us to concentrate. That's one thing we could do. As we think about what else can we do, a critical thing is be aware of our thinking. Most people have thoughts that are either in the past or the future, and they're not even aware they're thinking that way. So awareness of or acknowledging of our thought process, what are we thinking about? And then if we're thinking either way, say, catch it, cancel it out, and say, I'm in the present. Everything takes place right here, right now. I am focused. I'm in the present. My performance will be an excellent performance. I added a little what we call affirmation to the end of that. But if we can catch ourselves being aware that we're not in the present, bring ourselves back to the present, give ourselves an affirmation, which is a positive statement that indicates we're there, our chances of hitting that ball, our chances of being successful have just improved tremendously. Yes, focus is critical, but we have to work at it. It's a skill, and many people have not developed that skill. They go into every performance, either in the past or the future, and they forget the best performance is when you can concentrate and be in the present. Continue to work on that skill. You'll get better at your presentation or your performance or your athletic endeavor, whatever that might be. Stay with me, CoachTom.net. Sports psychology, information on your golf game, your athletic endeavors, and how I can improve myself in the business world. Follow me on CoachTom.net.
Thank you for watching this episode of The Path to Performance Excellence with Tommy Richardson. For more great information, visit Tommy's website at CoachTom.net.